The JCW has been the halo car for the brand ever since the days of the tuning kit. Mini eventually acquired the John Cooper Works brand, allowing for a JCW version of almost every model they made. However, the brand's core was always the Cooper, the smallest Mini. And now we have a look at when the last ever ICE JCW Mini Cooper will launch and what to expect. Mini is splitting its core model, the Cooper, into two distinct products. In an unprecedented move, there will be two next-generation Mini Coopers, built on opposite ends of the planet on two different platforms. This move will allow Mini to offer innovative electric offerings while still selling to the traditional ICE market for as long as possible. But key to this will be upgrading the F56 to a more modern spec in terms of tech. The F66 Mini JCW will be an evolution of the F56 utilizing the same UKL1 platform. That means we'll see familiar equipment like JCW brakes, but revised elements such as suspension and engines, which point to even higher levels of performance. The last internal combustion JCW Mini Cooper will begin production in November of 2024 and be sold as a 2025 model. It will be the last of the new F66 models introduced and will be produced at Mini Plant Oxford. A little bit about the styling changes. Mini is refreshing the F66 Cooper, the Cooper S, and JCW exterior design to better match the new J01 electric Mini Cooper. That means we'll see revised lights front and rear, and even a slightly shortened front overhang. The goal is to have a consistent style between the F66 and the electric J01, allowing buyers to choose between electric and gas without having to choose styling. What that means for the JCW remains to be seen, but you can be sure that the Mini design team will follow the form follows function design ethos we've seen in the leaked J01 Cooper S and U25 Countryman S. In other words, the JCW will likely become a bit more minimalist in design, both interior and exterior. Expect to see some more elements in homage to the Mini's motorsports legacy. The J01 electric Mini Cooper SE and the F66 will have similar details, including the rear light design. Around back we'll see fully customizable LED rear lighting, which will be a big departure from what we're used to. It's worth noting that the Cooper models will have hidden exhaust, and the Cooper S will have a dual exit exhaust. While we expect the same, though potentially larger exhaust tips for the JCW, it's worth noting that Mini is going to incorporate quad exhausts on the upcoming U25 JCW Countryman. It's unlikely they would do a quad exhaust treatment on the JCW hardtop. For wheels, expect a new black 17-inch sprint spoke and new 18-inch two-toned lap spoke to replace the current circuit spoke and track spoke. Being the last of the line in terms of ICE engines, the key will be evolution and not revolution. The petrol-powered range will use an evolved version of the current B48 engine range, with mild hybrid added to decrease CO2, make stop and go more seamless, and add performance. However, since this is the last of the line in terms of ICE at Mini, every petrol-powered engine is a revision of an existing one. So things will look familiar, but we believe numbers might rise slightly. The 1.53 cylinder could use a more powerful BMW tune that would see it rise to around 150 horsepower. Then there is a series of 2-liter turbo engines that could also use various BMW tunes. Expect a possible increase in horsepower to 200 for the Cooper S. The power output for the F66 JCW remains uncertain. Rumor has it that Mini will be leveraging the 260 horsepower B48 used in the highly acclaimed 128 Ti sold in Europe. If Mini goes that route, we might be facing a pivotal moment for the brand, as there is no manual transmission that works with that version of the B48 in the BMW world. While they certainly exist, there's simply nothing that BMW or Mini offers that could cope with the 295 foot-pounds of torque tested, approved, and ready for sale from the BMW group. The other scenario is that Mini would stick to the current 228 horsepower version of the car, allowing the manual to be continued. However, there's another bit of intel that says that the JCW will be offered without a manual. Of course, there is an outside chance that Mini could go bonkers and offer something close to JCW GP levels of output. The BMW group has plenty of versions of the B48 that would do that, and a couple of automatic transmissions that could cope with the torque. That could give the car up to 301 horsepower and potentially even 315 horsepower thanks to the revised B48A20T2. I'll believe it when I see it though. Will we see another JCW GP? There's always a chance that Mini will choose to send petrol-powered JCWs out with a bang by bringing back the GP. However, sources have told us that at the launch of the last GP in late 2019, that there was nothing formally planned as a follow-up. Further, they indicated that it was likely that the F56 GP would be the last ICE model to carry that name, and we might see the electric J01 form the basis of a GP in the future. But we wouldn't bet against Mini wanting to send off the ICE era in style around 2030. Like what you see, check out more content on this channel at the end of this video, and thanks for watching.